Hey Vidwan, Tavanasthapaya. You are wonderful. There is nothing wrong is going to happen to you. Or Bhagavan Krishna will talk to Sakha. So nicely. All these invocations. Because, and by chance, they say also, Murkha, Muda, oh you stupid, you fool. When they do that, it's more a term of an endearment. Not that you are stupid. Why this is stupid? Because when you say like a very intelligent person, a very intelligent child, but he suppose behaves a little stupid, what do you say? How can he be so stupid? When you say that, what it means is you are so intelligent. How can you behave like that? Same thing also, you who is infinity, how can you behave so finite? You the immortal, the imperishable, why are you unnecessarily affected by the perishability and the mortality? Do not worry about it. That is because the teacher sees it very, very clearly. And what the teacher sees in himself is the same thing in every one of the person in front. Everybody is as imperishable, as immortal, as anything is. Nobody is special. There is no special treatment in infinity. In a relative world, there is special treatment. Somebody is a PhD, somebody's PhD means Doctor of Philosophy, somebody's PhD means passed high school with difficulty. Same word, somebody PhD. So there is a total comparison. Somebody who is there, in the relative world, when you say something, everybody cannot be like that. Whereas in case of the infinity, absolute, it is uncompromisingly universal. You are as wonderful as anybody else. Therefore the teacher feels desperate. You are infinite. Why are you behaving like stupid, finite person? It's like a very strong man and he feels afraid of animal, a small little insect. When one ant is going, what is it? Are you stupid? You are such a big fellow. The ant must be afraid of you. What are you afraid of ants for? How sweet. You are infinity, immortal. How can you be afraid of mortality? Why are you afraid of finitude? You are limitless. Why are you afraid of limitation? You help your child to grow into maturity, adulthood. You don't make your child more childish. So when you come to the teacher, you don't become more stupid and more ignorant. You understand the point? What is becoming more stupid, more ignorant means already you are ignorant, now he confirms that ignorance. You thought you are a man, you thought you are a woman, you thought you are young, you thought you are old. He says, no, this is all nonsense. You are the follower of this God, you are follower of this religion. What? You are giving me yet another identity. I did not come here to be branded. I did not come here to be condemned to yet another identity. I want to come to know myself. Of course, the student doesn't know about it. The student will feel very great. But previously I was stupid, now somebody says I am wonderful. He may feel very comfortable. But in time, as even you have been tired of many such adorable statements, many such limiting adjuncts, many such descriptions about yourself, at one time you will also be tired. How long can you listen? You are wonderful. Morning also wonderful. Evening also wonderful. Then after some time you yourself will get fed up and say, why there is no other word? You yourself get tired. Think, friends. That is where this knowledge is something so fantastic. When the student is invoked as the ultimate, the absolute, what is that? When the Vivek Chudamani says, no, Durvara samsara dvagmi taptamayan, totally forest roasted by the forest fire samsara. Mahavishta vidwan tavanasthapaya. What the teacher says, hey vidwan, Mahavishta, don't be afraid, oh learned one. The very fact that you are interested in knowing about the absolute itself makes you a learned one. Why? Not many people are even interested in this knowledge. How many people, listen carefully, how many people are interested in immortality and how many people are interested in maintaining mortality? How many people are interested in being the happiness itself? How many people are interested in being not unhappy for some time? 99.9% people shall go for forgetting the problem for some time. Very rarely you shall come across a person who shall demand and receive the cure. I want the cure forever, not forgetting the disease, forgetting the pain. That is why a person who is interested in the self-knowledge, understanding in himself, Vidwan, and by chance, same thing also you can say, how can you be such a stupid fellow, so long you wasted? Again, same term of endearment. Why is it so? Because it is so easy for the person who understands this reality to relate to every person like that. To somebody you shall say, you are an idiot, better wake up. To another person you say, you are smart, you will know it. To say, are you getting that? Different times, you in a different way you handle the situation. There is not one way. Are you getting that point? There is not one way of motivating somebody. Just like we have discussed so many times in our Tattva, the beginners classes, for your Antakarana Suddhi, for preparation of the mind, there are million ways to see the truth. There is only one way out. Opening the eyes can take longest time. It depends on you. You can, I say, suppose the eyes are closed. Open your eyes. Somebody can choose to open immediately. Somebody can say, it can take 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Even somebody can try it a little bit also. Somebody can try it for 1 month also. One person can try. Opening the eyes takes the time, long or short. Seeing is instantaneous. You don't see it a long time. When you open your eyes means suddenly already somebody seen. Another one is still opening his eyes. Opening the eyes takes time, but seeing is something instantaneous. Preparing the mind takes long time, but seeing yourself is instantaneous. There is thousands of different ways to fix up a person, because conditionings are so enormous. How many different conditions? People have already come with so many identifications. So many identities they have come with it. Now the teacher should help them to go beyond the identity. Help him to understand who he is and not give something else to add to the list of things that they have. So far I was rich, I was poor, I am a man or a woman, I am a PhD, I am educated, I am uneducated, I am this and that. Now suddenly you come to discover that I am none of these things, but I am follower of the truth. Follower of this God. No, you just don't exist. We can start it like this. That's why Tata, when he says baby, to a Tata also child, we can tell it as a story. A Tata, if a child comes and asks the question, think of it. This morning I was thinking, why all the time serious? You can make it very, very frivolous, very simple, like a story. A child comes and asks you, Mommy, grown-up baby now we are talking about, okay? Grown-up baby, now 20-30-year-old comes to the mother of a guru, the teacher, approaching the scripture, and he asks this mother of a guru or something, he says, just like a child asks the mother, Mommy, where from I came? What does the mommy will say? Mommy cannot give him the whole biology of it. The child is not going to understand. What's a little? A huge story. When this ship, there was near our village, there is a river, and one day me and your father were going for a walk. There is a lovely boat was coming in. There are peacocks were dancing on that. Swans were swimming around it. Music was coming forth. Attracted, we went there. And then we heard a little noise. We looked into it, and a golden chamber, a golden swing. You were lying out there. What the baby will say? Oh. The baby will be very happy. Really, the baby will feel very, very happy and forgets about it. Okay. Now suppose a 20-year-old, 30-year-old grown-up baby asks the question, where from I came? To what shall you tell him? Tell him another story? Yes. There are many, many religions who also do that. There are many, many religions or gurus or whatever, because they are also babies of the babies. Understand? So what shall they say? They shall say, oh yes, this has happened. There is somebody holding the whole earth is somewhere, something, or two persons came. Like that, many, many different type of stories they shall tell. It is just to keep the curiosity away, but not solving the problem. Are you getting that point? Are you interested in listening to a story and solving, forgetting the reality? So that is the time the teacher can ask a question. All right, you are asking this question about yourself, very good. Where from you came? All right. Please tell me, before you are here, did anything in this universe ask a question? Does anybody ask a question except human beings? One human being you understand, you shall understand every person, nothing to worry about it. Except a human individual, the trees don't ask question, where did I come? How did I come? The tiger cub doesn't ask the tiger, Mummy, how did I come? None of this stuff. Only a human child comes. That is why straight away you can ask the grown-up baby. When now you are asking where from you came. So until you are there, who is asking the question? Listen carefully. Because already you have seen in this book now beautifully. Natvam deha nate deha. Natvam manaha nate manaha. You are not the body. You don't have a body. Not only you are not the body, you also don't have a body. Not only you are not the mind, you also don't have a mind. So who you are, unspeakable. Nobody can talk about it. Nothing can talk about it. And if just because somebody cannot talk about it, that does not mean you don't exist. You are there, just like the creation. Think please, just like the creation. How many theories have been given about this creation? How did this creation come into existence? Today, especially in our scientific age, how many explanations they have tried to give? Each one trying to give an explanation. Don't say it is stupid, good, bad. No. Human mind must think. You cannot just wipe it out. You cannot just restrict, put an imposition on the thinking. You should not think. Nothing like that. How many theories are there? Much more will come. You can say it is cuckoos. You can say it is, stupid speculations, but it doesn't matter. Human mind has the freedom to think about it. And how many questions, how many explanations are there? Tell me please. How many explanations? Thousands of explanations. Secular explanations, scientific explanations, folk tales are there, religious stories are there. Also, so-called scientific explanations are also there. Just like to a scientist, if a person says, there is, it was all water, and then one day one huge, Baraha means what? Boar came, lifted it, and here comes the earth. Or some say Atlas, holding the one massive giant, is holding the earth. What a scientist will say? Cock and bull story. Stupid. Now to this man say, double star hypothesis. Two stars collide to an idiot. And a person who doesn't know anything, he has never studied or so much. In a sense, idiot means the person has never been exposed to anything. Very simple person. If you tell him two stars collided, or one Big Bang theory, there is a tiny particle, and boom, it went or something there. So therefore the creation came. These scientific theories will be looked upon by the ordinary man as the cock and bull story. He is not going to believe it. As much this man will say, this is not possible. The ignorant will say, that is not possible. Who is right? Think of it. Who is right? But the one thing is right. Creation is already there, whether you explain or not explain. That is right or no? Even if you don't know, please listen carefully, because it will come now. Even if you don't know how to explain it, the creation is already there. The creation is not waiting for our explanation to manifest. It's already existing. Manifestation, creation is already existing. Your body is already existing. Your thought is already, some of them are already existing. You are already existing. Explanations are not needed to create you. Are you getting that point, please? Do you really understand? If you understand, you can walk out. What is there to understand? Because your being is already existing. It doesn't need an explanation for you to be created. You are already there. The creation is already there. What is there to explain? That is why the interest, the beauty of the scriptures, the beauty of this tradition, the beauty of the teaching is They straightway move into go for the jugular. Who you are, not who you should be, who you could be, how it could be so that you came like, not interested. The teacher is not interested, the scripture is not interested who you were, who you shall be. No, who you are. Which only if you are, listen carefully. How much I can, when I say listen carefully, I am not underestimating intellect. It's so simple. Do not miss it. Because for you to be in the past who you were, first you must have been for you to be in the past, no? Can the body which is not existing has a past? For something to have a past, it must be already existing, right or wrong? Should I be worried about who I was, or who I shall be, or who I am? Come on. It's so beautiful. Who I am. And who I am, who is speaking? The body cannot say. The sense of being is not in the body. That is why not only I am not the body and I don't have a body, body also doesn't say it is me or it is mine. Twist it. Just twist it. How fantastic. Body doesn't say it is me or it is mine. Does the body feel? Does your diamond feel? It is me, it is mine. You say I am rich. I have riches. But the riches do not say I am him, I am his. The riches do not say, they don't have that sense. Listen carefully. Body cannot say it is me or it is mine. Body will not impose itself upon me. I drag the body into itself. Yet thought also has no sense of imposition. The thoughts also have no sense of individuality to say, I am his thought. I am he or I am his thought. No. Then who is speaking? Just one word. You understand? And when he is questioning, what is he questioning? He is not questioning his presence. He is questioning his past. Watch the word. What did I say? He is not questioning his presence. He can't question his present. He is not questioning his presence. His presence, in the presence, the I, the individuality has no space. You don't have to say I to be. You appreciate. That is why you can't say in the beginning there was sound. Sound has a beginning. How can in the beginning there be sound? You understand? Sound begins. Silence. Relatively. What to talk of the absolute, the consciousness? Because when it's a silence, don't impose this silence outside on the silence that you are, consciousness that you are. It's like somebody has asked a question, what is the difference between consciousness and conscience? Conscience is a thought affair. Consciousness is thought-free affair in which conscience exists. Are you getting that point? Thoughts is so beautiful. So when the child is asking, where from I came means what does it mean? Long before your sense of this questioning comes up, whatever may be the explanations, you are already existing. The creation is already existing before the explanations are given. I am already existing before the explanations about the I is given. That is myself. By your explanations, what happens is, you can improve upon your life. Listen here. Like water was there. We could drink water, but we never knew there is hydroelectricity. playing with it, hydrogen comes up. Solid matter was there. That there is an energy, you didn't know that. Discovered it. Discoverable, you can discover it. Imagine if perception is taken as the reality and that is the truth, why should people explore? Because you don't take the perception as the reality, you don't take the perception as the reality, therefore you explode, science exploded. And so much of advancement. At the same time, just like Samudra Manthan is beautiful imagery. When you chant the ocean, best of the things comes, worst of the poison also comes. Best of the things will come, worst of the things also will come. So scientific discoveries are exactly like that. You can have the atom bomb. It can destroy the humanity. It can also atomic energy solve so many different problems. That these powers are inherent is not our creation. That is why we discover it. How to use it is our privilege. Are you getting that? Exactly the same way also about the individuality. If you take the perception as reality, this body, I am this body and that is the truth. No. Listen, I have told you many times. What is science? When you question your perception, if questioning the perception marks the beginning of science, questioning the perceiver marks the beginning of philosophy, real thinking. Questioning the perception marks the beginning of science. Clean hand, you take it for granted? No. You have got the what is that? Microscope. With the microscope, you look at it. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Telescope? Oh. Telescope makes it big? Does the telescope make it big? Does the microscope make it smaller or bigger? Telescope makes our perception better, but the thing is already there. Microscope makes our perception better, but the thing is already existing. Eyes are already there. The microscope, Mahadeva, so beautiful. The microscope doesn't create either your eyes or the germs. The telescope doesn't create either your eyes or doesn't enhance the star. It only helps. Thoughts do not create you, nor it enhances the consciousness. It just helps you to understand. The teaching is like a microscope or telescope. It's just an instrument. It enhances our power of understanding, but not the object of understanding. The object that is to be understood is ever existing. You understand? The object that is to be understood is ever existing. Creation is already there. The more sophisticated instruments you are creating, the greater discovery. It seems to be an endless discovery. Whereas this is Vedanta, literally Veda Anta, Vedasya Anta, end of knowledge. Because once you discover it yourself, there is no improving upon infinity, improving upon immortality. Can you extend immortality? Immortality doesn't need extension. It is eternal. Infinity cannot be expanded. All pervasive cannot be expanded. But the knowledge helped us to get these things. How beautiful! So it is something already existing. Explanations are not going to create it. That is yourself, that is me. That is why this is a story told to a child, a grown-up child, who should understand very, very clearly where from this I begins. O Tata, Chinmatrosi, Chinmatra Ruposi, Nate Bhinnam Tata, Chinmatra Ruposi, Nate Bhinnam Idam Jagat. Idam Jagat Tena Bhinnam. This creation, universe, Jagat means what? Already told you, Jagat. That word is so beautiful. Universe, when you say, you think this physical universe. Jagat is a very beautiful word. Jayate, ja, gacchaditi, ga, tishtati, iba, t, half letter, t. Jagat, jayate. Here in this creation, everything is continuously being born. What is that? Not only outside universe is continuously growing and changing, body continuously growing and changing, your thoughts are also continuously born, growing, changing. Jayate, gacchati, born, changing, growing. Tishtati iva, as though existing for a second in between. What is that? Physical universe, not only your body, the whole physical universe. See that and feel it. Don't say that your physical body is growing old as though the creation is not growing old. Creation is growing old or not? But the creation doesn't feel old because there is nobody to feel old. If there is a Mr. Creation, it will feel old. How beautiful, right? How beautiful. You understand, if you will see these things, you shall be enchanted, charmed by your life. Every moment, sheer enchantment. Why are you afraid of old age? Why somebody is afraid of death? When the whole creation simultaneously aging but never feels aged. Simultaneously growing, simultaneously ending, simultaneously continuing. It makes no difference because there is no Mr. Creation there. If there is a Mr. Cloud, it will not like to rain because it will be destroyed, no? You understand? Suppose there is a Mr. Cloud there. Will it like to be dissipated as rain? It's like a rich man, 50 lakhs of rupees, deposit, untouched. Let me die, but 50 lakhs should be there. Think of it. The cloud has no such thing. It's not Mr. Cloud sitting afraid of dissipation. No, let it go ahead. The river is not afraid. Mr. River is not there. Oh, now the water has gone so up, now the water is going up. Nothing in this universe feels like that except the human being. So you will be feeling what if you will see that nothing feels old in this universe. Everything is continuously existing. Even your own body is not feeling old. Does the body feel old? You feel old. I'm fat. I'm thin. Pathetic statements. Does your mind feel disturbed or you feel disturbed? Na de manodharma. In this it came, no. Na raga, na dvesha. None of these things. Name manodharma. All these raga, dvesha, kama, krodha, whatever is there, manodharma. Thoughts, projections, changes, build-ups, doesn't belong to me. I am always the same. There is no space, never feels any time changing, growing. Everything grows in space. So jayate, everything is born. Gacchati, moving, changing. Tishtadiva, as though for a second is existing. What? Jagat. That includes the entire physical universe, including the body, your sense organs, sensations, collective sense organs, collective sensations, thoughts of every kind, emotions of every kind, including, it should be the I thought also. But this I thought seems to be, becoming younger and younger, stronger and stronger. Body is getting old. I is thinking, I am old, very young. You understand? Why this I? This is beautiful. Why does this I feel threatened? As long as I was young, it was feeling very happy. Now the same I is there, but you have to say I am old. Do you appreciate? Do you understand why you are getting crazy? The same I who was telling, oh, I'm going, I'm doing, I'm moving in this way, I'm going that way, I'm rich, I'm, like this, suddenly says, head is shaking, hand is shaking, everything is shaking, drooling, anything can happen. So what? The I doesn't like itself. So your confidence level goes away because your confidence was coming from your youth, from your riches, from your prosperity. Or what is some people say, Swami, nowadays I forget everything. What is new? Every day you forgot many things, but that time you did not bother. Now you have started bothering about it. I don't know. I go to the room, I forgot why I came here. I open the book, I don't know what I was looking for. Does it happen to you? No, of course. You are absolutely conscious entities. It happens. Why? And when it happens, that is aging. It can happen. Can't do something about it. But why does it affect you? Because that I thought remains always the same, others are continuously changing. And the I is now incapable of seeing, even though it is there, but it doesn't seem to know as to why it is all the time the same, because it depends upon the eternity, consciousness, absolute. The meaning of the word I is the absolute, infinity. That is why he says, O Tata, that I, the idiot. I means also idiot, I for idiot. Okay? And that, O Tata, O fool, or O wonderful one, doesn't matter. Whichever one you like, you take it. When you know, you understand it? Yes, I am wonderful. You can also say, what an idiot I was. Both you shall accept. That is when other person says something, it is not added, it is no way means a humiliation to you or no huge respect. Nothing. Sense of being. How beautiful. That is why sit down. Observe. Be. You should go on listening, reading. You know what happens? Why people read? People read to maintain their belief, not to go beyond it. Most people come to get a sanction for their thought, not to go beyond it. Whatever I am thinking, that is why people come to listen to what they believe in. Like people seeking advice. You shall like that advice, what you like to listen. Whoever says anything other than that, you go for the next one. Until you hear somebody who tells you what you want to hear. Useless. It has become like a lullaby, you know that? Like a food. Every day you tair sadam, curd rice. Roti. So the tradition also has become a music. In some traditions, God is different, you are different. Whatever he says, or whatever, it's only a he, cannot be a she. Or it has to be only a particular form, or no other form. Or it is no form at all. One idea. You do your thing, God will do his thing. You know, some ideas are there in your head. So there are two things existing. And you have carved out a life around it. Whatever little, are you getting that point? Whatever little idea, around that you have carved your life. Has not everybody done it, friends? It is just like with available money, you carve your life. Simple. Suppose you have got, per day you are getting 100 rupees. What do? Do you carve out a lifestyle of 1000 rupees per day? No. 100 rupees per day, so you have carved out a life. You are so used to it, even when you get 10,000 rupees, you want to do the same thing. You can see between the children and the parents. The parents are getting 500 rupees per month. Let us say 30 years back, 40 years back or 20 years back, 500 rupees per month. So how much the parents are spending? 1 rupee. 1 rupee na big money. 2 rupees, 5 rupees, just forget it. So 500 rupees, they have to manage themselves, everything. Now their children are starting with 50,000 rupees per month. The fellow is starting with 50,000, how shall he spend? How much that is? 5,000. Get it? the parents get heart attack. How can you spend 5,000 rupees? Why? For him 500 rupees. Listen carefully. Just like money, thoughts, ideas are your capital around which your life is organized. What type of capital of thought you have got? The capital of belief, the capital of faith. What is that? God is different, I am different. There is somebody who is controlling my life. There is something which is controlling. After that this will happen. Before that everything is meaning. These are the type of ideas. Then what happens? You move around it. There is no... And then the most frivolous thing is, you are already taken for granted. Because advice is given to you without ever fixing your own identity. Are you getting that point, please? It is like, without knowing the conditions of your body, I start prescribing medicine. You go to a doctor, he just looks at you and starts giving you medicine. How will you like it? What medicines you are giving? Take cancer medicine. But do I have cancer? I have cancer medicine. So you have to eat whatever I give. How will you like it? The doctor has got the medicine for stomachache. So even if you go for headache, no stomach medicine. Why? Because that is the medicine he has got. Most religions are like that. Most practices are like that. Everybody must do this practice. Why? Do I need it? Do I need it? Think, friends. First, know the disease. And here the disease is individuality itself. Know who you are. Difficulty because I cannot think in a particular way. Okay, manage your thoughts. That is where comes karma yoga buddhi. Because long before you appreciate who you are, already desire, vijayan dhayato pumsa sangaste supajayate. By continuously contemplating over this, already you have got sangha. You are attached to this, sangat kama, kamat krodha. So many different things have come. You have desire, out of that anger, then krodha, samoha, delusion, you destroy yourself completely. Now who is doing it? Object is doing it. Please listen. Who is desire, creating the desire? You create the desire. Because you are there, the desire becomes anger. Because you are there, the anger becomes delusion. Because that becomes delusion, now it destroys you and destroys others. Nasati, nasyati, nasayati. Pranasyati, nasayati. It destroys himself, destroys others also. All because you, individuality must be fixed. Once that is there, thereafter, what? Nothing happens anymore. Because you are not there to be hit by a thought, by a perception, by a sensation, or the objective universe. That is why when you say the word Jagat, please see, Chinmatra Ruposi. You are pure consciousness. And this Jagat, Natte Bhinna Rupa, this Jagat, what is born, appearing, disappearing, Natte Bhinna, they is not different from you. It is nothing but the same consciousness in and through everything. There is nothing other than it. Just like I can say, when I say I, it at once means two things. The physical existence as well as the non-physical, the consciousness, disembodied awareness. At once in the self, also in relation to the physical body, you can take both way fine. But never lose ourselves. Vinnamidam jagata. So most people when they come for the, when you teach, when you learn, you come to learn, people come to learn to get a sanction for their belief, around which their life is already built. Any change will disturb you. Any change will disturb you. That is even parents feel disturbed by the lifestyle of the children. If the children are smart, the children will feel disturbed by the lifestyle of their children. Every generation, because each one is confined, is already organizing their life according to their own little resources. Physical resources. Now this is mental resource. Who shall be accommodative? Now suppose you are a very rich person, listen carefully, you are a very rich person, you shall be accommodative about the poor person, because poor thing, 5,000 rupees lifestyle, alright, 5,000 lifestyle. Then you shall help him to come back to 50,000. But if you have a 500 rupee lifestyle, you shall be jealous of the 5,000 rupee lifestyle. Are you getting that point? If you have 500 rupees you are living, when you see somebody spending 5,000, you cannot take it. But a 5,000 is spending, he can very well understand, this man can spend 500, but let him rise to the level of 5,000, 50,000, one, two. A person who has, see that beauty, the person who knows himself in all possibilities, has to know himself who he is and all the roles he has, will he be intolerant about somebody playing ignorance? Cannot. Why? That is the thought resource. At this moment he knows his body only. Or he is rich only, he is a father, he is a mother, so he is crying, he is miserable, he can accept. The wise man can accept ignorant man's unhappiness, but the ignorant man cannot accept other people's happiness. Because he is unhappy, therefore everybody must be unhappy. He is insecure, therefore everybody must be insecure. That is why in ignorance there is intolerance. In wisdom, natural acceptance, natural tolerance, because all inclusiveness. I know I was there. Are you getting that? The wise person, the rich person knows where the ignorance is, where the poor man is, and the potential, what he can be. The wise man knows what the ignorance is, and where the ignorance can be, how the ignorance can be taken away, and the person can be wise. Therefore, the fellow is never affected. For the ignorant person, comparison. I am like this, the person is like that. That is why disaster. How beautiful. Since everything is pure consciousness, atah kasya kutham putra hevopade kalpana. Therefore, kasya, katham, putra, three things. Heya upadaya kalpana. Heya upadaya means acceptance, rejection. Since there is only one pure consciousness, all pervasive, atra, ataha, in this, kasya, for whom, katham, how, putra, where, this consideration of accepting, rejection. I am not there. Therefore, when I am not, what is the question of accepting, rejecting? Kutra, where? There is not where. Everywhere there is one thing. So where? Katham, how? Who is going to think about it? Are you getting that point, please? You are absolutely stilled into, what's the name? What name can you give? Serenity, bliss. What name can you give? You are helplessly freed, liberated. Even if you don't want, you are happy. You are free. I cannot hold on to the one word. Next one is still more interesting. Ekasmin abhaye sante chidakase amale tvai. Hey, O Tata, O Son, tvai, in you, ekasmin, in one, all pervasiveness in you. So when you say in you, listen carefully. When you say in you, there is no favorite. In you, my first class student, you are the number one, you are number two, you are number A. A student is a nimitta. A student is a nimitta for the entire humanity. You understand? When he says, you are the truth, you are the Brahman, you are the absolute, it's not that the conspiracy between the teacher and the student, you are infinity, I am infinity, the rest of the world is useless. No. How nicely Bhagavan says, Natvevaham jatunasam, nachaivan ime janadipaha, nachaivan bhavishyamah sarve vayapataparam. Bhagavan so beautifully, Krishna says, no. Natvevaham jatunasam. Hey Arjuna, aham na asam iti na. There was never a time, never indeed there is a time na asam, that I was not. Then Arjuna can say, after all, you are the God, you are the infinity, you are the divinity, so you can afford to be every time always there. Natvam. Neither there is a time when you are not. Ah, very good. So you and me are, so God, Krishna, you are very special, because you are God, you are everywhere. Because I am your disciple, therefore I am your friend, your disciple, I am also always there. Very nice. Between that is fine. So I am very special. Naime janadipaha. Not only you and me, but all these things. Immediately, like some people, by chance you say, you are very nice. So the fellow feels very hands, the chest. No problem. Okay, nothing. All of them are also fine. So you don't like me only, everybody else also is fine. You understand? Have you not seen in life? This so-called sign of sort of flattery is not only you are wonderful, but everybody is idiot. Not only you are beautiful, everybody is ugly. Not only you are handsome, everybody is crooked. But suppose you say, you are wonderful, so nice. Everybody also is wonderful. What to do? You have to speak the truth. In truth, there is no you, I and he. Everybody says, Natvam neme janadiva. Nachaivana bhavishyamah. There was never a time when you were not. There was never a time I was not, Krishna says. You were not, none of these kings. There was never a time when it's not that they were not. Oh, so we were there. Now we are there. Nachaivana bhavishyamah sarva vayam atah param. Now we are there. Atah param. Even when the physical body gets dissolved. Nachaivana bhavishyama. It shall not be so that you shall not be. Meaning you shall continue to be. You were, I was, I am, I shall be. You were, you are, you shall be. All these things were, are, and shall be. Definitely he is not talking about the physical body. Because body was not. Body is. What body is? Which body is? The moment you say body is, that fellow is gone already changing. 1 hour before we all came here. When you going back, you will be 1 hour older or younger? Nothing doing. You have to change. Are you getting that? So, I was, I am, I will be. You were, you are, you will be. All these things were, are, will be. Meaning, as existence, it is always there. There is nothing other than ekasmin. Tvai, in that, abhyaye shante chidakase, which is abhyaya, imperishable. That is never changes. Nabhyeti, never changes. See the beauty. How life gives us that. From the childhood until now, body has changed so much. Thoughts have changed so much. Creation have changed so much. You are the changeless. Now, if you see that, you are beautiful. Listen carefully. But the moment you identify that I thought, I enjoyed the creation, but now I am not going to be there. Frightened. Why? Because I am dying. You are not dying. Are you getting that point, please? It's so fantastic. Do you understand? Why the person feels lonely? Is nobody now. My father is gone, mother is gone, husband is gone, wife is gone. Are you gone? No, you are not gone. But I was very happy with my mother, with my father, with my husband, with my... So, you were gaining certain identity in the presence of those people. When they are gone, you forget. Even this I is there because there is a meaning existing. And that meaning, who you are, shall never be absent, always there. Therefore, as the old age comes, as time passes, the time makes you as though pushes you to yourself. Return to the source. Parents are gone, child in you dropped out, the role of a son or daughter being dropped out. Husband is gone, wife is dropped out, wife is gone, husband is dropped out. Friends are gone, friends dropped out. That is the time. If you don't know yourself, the I shall be sitting down there. What can I do now? I am now lonely. That you are in that aloneness, if you are lonely, who can save you? You understand how fantastic it is, how fantastic it is, how beautiful it is. The creation tortures you? Huh? The creation doesn't target anybody. You feel targeted. The cyclone doesn't target Madras. Cyclone passes. You must know how to face it. But why it must come our way? So everybody else must be dead except you are. It can come on your way. But if you are not there, how do you feel targeted? Are you getting that point, please? Ekasmin tvai abhaye shante chidakase. In the space of consciousness, Chidambara, you are the Nataraja dancing away. Even in your stillness, there is universal dance. In your dance, there is stillness. What can I say? Dakase, Amalit, and this Amala, there is no Mala, no limitation, nothing whatsoever. In this, Kuto Janma, Kuto Karma, Kuto Ahankara vacha, where is there is Janma, Karma, Ahankara, where is the question of I am born? Listen, when I am not there, where is the question of being born? First I or born? Come on. But to be born, to have a sense of being born, you should be there, no? That is why wherever the individuality is not there, there is no sense of being born. The flower doesn't feel it is being born. The cycle doesn't feel it is coming. The earth doesn't, are you getting that? How beautiful! Yet, if you want to see the beauty of it, macrocosm, Ishvara, okay, as an individual, one physical body, with this I say, I am the body individual, the consciousness is total universe, Ishvara. Saguna Brahma, Ishvara. And when you say Ishvara, what is that? Sarvatah Panipadam Tate, Sarvatokshi Shiromukham, Sarvatah Shrutimalloke, Sarvam Avrutti Tishtati. Wow. Sarvatah Panipadam Tate. All his hands and legs are all over. Means all legs are his legs, all hands are his hands. Sarvatokshi, all eyes are his eyes are everywhere. Sarvatokshi Shiromukam, all heads are his heads. Sahasra Sirsha Purusha, 1,000 heads. 1,000 heads, Sahasraksha, 1,000 eyes. So God is one-eyed? It is a wrong description, no? Sahasra Sirsha Purusha, 1,000 heads. So how many eyes should be there? 2,000, but he says Sahasraksha, only 1,000. Understand? It's not counting the number. Sahasrapat, one-legged. But some fellow will go crazy, he shall make a god. What? One leg, one hand, one head, and one eye. God. Why? Sahasraksha, Sahasrasirsha, Sahasraksha, Sahasrapat. Now what can you do to him? And there will be a huge puja around it, 10,000 followers also following. Then what shall say? Don't disturb our faith. Alright, thank you. In wisdom, all dissent possible. Anybody can say anything, okay. Everybody will accept it. There is a God, yes. No God, yes. You are mortal, yes. But how can you be mortal? That's true. Whatever you say, that's what I say. Why? Listen carefully, friends. The rich can go with the poor, but can the poor go with the rich? Think. A stronger can go with the weaker. Can the weaker go with the stronger? You are walking very fast. The weak person walking very slow, climbing the mountain. Who waits for whom? The stronger waits for the weaker. If you cannot wait, are you strong or weak? You have a weakness. What? You cannot wait. You have a weakness. You cannot accommodate. You have a weakness. Why you cannot accommodate? Because you feel you are limited. Are you getting that point? If your sense of limitlessness is complete, what is the limitation which you cannot accept? Think, friends. It is so important to see that. Every thought you can accept, and the moment you accept every thought of yours, none in this universe can interfere with you. Because for them to pass on an idea, they must create a thought in your head. You are very comfortable with your idea as to who you are. Then somebody says, you are fat. Suppose you have no such idea, I am fat or lean, everything is good for you. You are fat. Yes, I am fat. What can you do? Have you seen? One day I was going in a train. There are some religious people are going around. And they are the ones who do business of conversion. There was one Marwadi couple sitting down there right in front of me. We are in the, just to make the story short. This person goes back and sits down between the husband and wife. And there was husband and wife, very nice to offer them some food also. Because guests, they got the food. Then he said, can I pray for you? He said, yes, you can pray. Because they are very simple people. They said, yes, we'll pray. Then he said, there is a God. Please repeat. They repeated, there is a God. Yes, there is a God. Both are repeating. Then he says, X. I don't want to name the person. X is the God. Yes, X is the God. He is the only God. Then immediately the simple, innocent woman opens her eye and says, no, you are, what are you talking? Why can he be the only God? Krishna also is God, Rama also is God, Hari also is God, everybody is God. How can you say this is the only God? No, I don't want to pray. He is not resisting. He is not trying to fight you and say, you are wrong. No, you have your God, but I don't mind telling that is God, but don't say that is the only God. How sweet. Innocence. As much innocence with which this simple person lives his life, that which is not, it may not be born of wisdom, but is innocent. When you are a wise person, when you know the truth for yourself, is total innocence. You accept everything. Whatever the other person says, yes. Take the stand. Use it or not is your different choice. Totally different choice. When somebody says, this is the God, worship, very nice, worship. Many times it happens in many people's lives. So many stories you listen to, attributed to so many different wise people. This year. One day, story goes, one day man was standing there is a saint. I don't know, these stories all overlap. Same thing, nowadays, especially internet age, now the same story has passed down as the Sufi story, Jain Buddhist story, Hindu story, Muslim story. In our tradition, thousands of years, so many different types of stories are there. Picked up from many different traditions. There are thousands of stories in thousands of societies in the world. But the smart people will take that story and pass it on as though my religion says that. Why are you doing that? Anyway, it doesn't matter. One day the person was walking. The guru, he was walking. Then he stood in one place. A blind person comes to see him. And what the blind man does, he puts his stick, walking stick, on his foot, between the toes, the big toe and this one, next one. Just on the skin. So it has gone pierced into the skin, which is bleeding. The disciples who are standing after, sometimes they saw there is a blood. Then they saw this man has put his, so this were trying to take that while, the blind person away. The teacher said, shut up. Oh, just by indication, don't do anything. Conversation over 2 minutes, the blind man goes up. Students are surprised. He said, why didn't you allow us to remove it? He said, look, if I say to remove it, what the blind man will feel? Oh, I have put by mistake on this, because he holds me in such respect. What shall he feel? He gave me so much of pain. He has to live with a guilt. This is wisdom. Even if somebody hates you, you don't want to give them the guilt. Why? Poor thing cannot process it. Can't process it. That is why when a false identity is given to you, you are destroyed forever. Because you continued, Mahadeva, endlessly you struggle to process it, but you cannot. Because it's an identity. But who you are is not an identity to be processed. It is you. Waking, dream, deep sleep, childhood, youth, old age. Who are you? Consciousness, finished. But when somebody gives you a mantra, somebody gives you a diksha, somebody gives you a conversion, somebody gives you an identity, what happens? You have to remind yourself all the time, I am this, this is my mantra, this is my name, this is my belief, this is my practice. Anything other than that is isolation. What is stupid? What a headache? Is there anything easier than silence, friends? Languages are difficult or silence is difficult? If silence is your language, can you teach or can you not teach? And is it necessary to teach? Just remind, finish. Languages have to be learned. That is why physical body, it is a matter of exploration. That is why medical science. Body has to be, creation has to be explored. That is why physical science is good. The neurology, the physiology and the entire, it should go, people should go on exploring. Now these types of medicines, they are discovering something amazing. Just a matter of time, the man shall live definitely 100, 200, 300 years. It may be more. Possibilities are there in this physical body. Possibilities are there. How come previously people are dying on the 30-year-old, 40-year-old, now average person dying 70-year-old, 80-year-old, 90-year-old. 100, how many centenarians are there? How many centenarians are there in this world? 114, 112, 100 plus age. So, what is that? Now God has become more kinder. Huh? The destiny has already organized it that way. You took care of your body, you are living. Same thing in your mind. What are the possibilities? You did not know, you are always confronted by everything, affected, agitated, miserable. More and more you are maturing, accepting, it becomes everything as it is. When you know yourself who you are, suddenly your guard drops. You are permanently relaxed and relieved. Why? Nothing can touch you. It's not a circle of security around you. You are the circle. In and through everything, everybody is beautiful. Neither you give somebody guilt, nor you are guilt-ridden. Neither you condemn somebody, nor you are condemned. Everything is beautiful. Everybody is wonderful. Think, friends. See that. And as long as you feel punished, unaffected, troubled, oh, I am born, janma, karma, I should not have done this, I should have done this. Hey, shut up. I am not there to do or not to do. How beautiful Upanishad says. I am not writing that Upanishad and putting it there. Etagam havavana tapati, kimhagam sadhuna karabam, kimaham papam agaravam iti. Etagam havavana tapati. These two things, no more torture, torment, affecting. Usually two things affect everybody. What is that? Kim sadhumna akaravam. What is that? Something good I did not do. Kimaham papam akaramiti. Something papam which is not good I committed. These are the two ideas which torment every individual. What is that is good I did not do, or what is that good, what was that wrong, bad which I committed. That is why when according to religious indoctrination, or religious pronouncements, secular pronouncements, this is good, this is bad. Then comes what? What is that good I did not do? You feel bad. What is the bad I did? You feel again bad. Think of it, how flexible it is. Previously, you are supposed to pay income tax. If you are only 1 lakh rupees, you have to pay your income tax. That is the law. You had 1.5 lakhs, you did not pay. How did you like it? How did you feel? Nobody tells you. But you know, you have evaded the income tax. You feel bad. 5 lakhs rupees, terrible bad. 10 lakhs rupees, horrible bad. 1 billion rupees, finished. Insensitive. Okay, na? So the government says, okay, from next year, 5 lakhs rupees only shall pay. How do you feel? Haba. Relief. Who took away your guilt? With one amendment, your guilt is gone. So it was to having 1.5 lakhs rupees is good or bad? Are you a thief? Are you evading? Now suppose another country says, like in Hong Kong, no tax. How do people feel? Everybody is free because there is no tax. What is the question of avoiding it? You understand the point? Just like that. What do you say? You must look this way and pray. Only this mantra you should do. Only this way, this you should eat. This you should not eat. That you should look. Then what is happening? Guilt. If those who do, they consider themselves very pious and holy. Those who cannot do, now suppose here the bar is raised to infinity. You are not there. Consciousness, all pervasiveness, ekasmin abhaye tvai, one consciousness, nothing existing other than it. Therefore, kuto janma, what birth, kuto karma, what is that I did or did not do? I am not there. What is the question? I do. Do you understand? To say I do, first, I must be there. No. Then only your subject predicate comes long after the subject. The subject itself is not there. What is predicate now? I itself is not there. Kuto ahankara. Ahankara kuta. There is no I. What is the question? I am a body. Ahankara means what? Aham karomi iti buddhi. Understand? Aham karomi iti buddhi. I do. Body doesn't say I am the body. Body is there. Ahankara is I am the body. I itself is not ahankara. Unless the I takes itself to be the me. I. No. Just a name. Then I am the body. Ahankara. I did this good. I should not have done this. Ahankara. Nothing is existing. The bar is raised. Bar is raised to infinity. How can something be raised to infinity? It was there, you are made to awake. Like Hanuman story, no? Hanuman was cursed as a child because he jumped to grab that boy, what is it? Sun. Because he thought it was a mango. That is the story, no? Red hot sun is rising, the Hanuman is rising up to hold it, mango. Then the rishis, and they made a lot of mischief, monkey, no? Made a lot of mischief, so monkey said, first, what is that? You will not remember your strength unless you are reminded. So from that day, we have very stupid and helpless. If somebody has to jump Samudra, cross the ocean, only Hanuman can say, how can I do it? You are the son of, what is that? Why? And your father will give you the favorable wind, it will take you the other side. Okay, then he jumps. See, the power was there, dormant. Somebody woke up that sense of power. Everybody else is a Hanuman. Every one of us is a monkey. Monkey are the rendu. So every one of us is a monkey. In us, infinite power is existing. Teacher wakes up. Guruna sambodhita. Woken up, like the child is sleeping. Wake up! Anadi maya supta jivo yada prabudhyade. Anadi maya supta. Anadi maya supta. Sleeping under the beginningless spell of ignorance. Jiva prabudhyade. Yada prabhu wakes up, tada atmanam knows what is that, which is absolute, infinity, all-pervasive. Oh my God, I am the absolute. Therefore, kim ahankara evacha, what ahankara? Etvai, none of these things existing. You better see the truth in yourself. reading. Yatvam pasyasi tatraikah tvameva prativasase kim pruthak bhasate swarnat patakaangadanupuram ayam sohamayam naham vibhagamiti santyaja sarvamatmeti nischitya nishankalpa sukhi bhava. Yatvam pasyasi tatra ekah tvameva pratibhasase. Yatvam pasyasi, what all you see, in everything that you see, tvameva pratibhasase, you are only reflected everywhere. There is nothing other than you. You getting that? When he says you, immediately your finger goes up to the body. What you call it, the bachyartha. Immediate meaning is body. Yatvam, who you are. Listen, who you are, first who you are. Immediately your finger goes and points out to the body. No. Senses, no. Thoughts, no. I thought, no. You said you are consciousness. That is Tvam. Pasyasi. So now you are looking. Looking at what? Listen carefully. Pasyasi means what? Whatever you see. Oh. Whatever you see. Language. Please don't be a victim of language. Because the same word is used. See. Eyes see. Consciousness sees. Both see. I told you the other day. Eyes see. Consciousness. Listen. Does your eyes see? Yes. How do you know? I know. What do you know? Eyes see. Close your eyes. Do you see? I don't see. How do you know? I know. What do you know? Eyes don't see. I don't see. So seeing and not seeing, pasyati, is the function of the eyes. In Oriya language, when I was explaining that, it was fantastic. Akhi dekhe, मुंह जाने, मैं जानता हूँ, आंखें देखते हैं. Eyes see, consciousness knows. Are you getting? Eyes do not know. Opposite will be understood easily. Because consciousness, you can say, sees in a sense, also knows in a sense. But eyes only see. Do your eyes see or they know? Huh? See. Do your ears hear or do they know? They hear. Who knows? I know. I know means your thought. You can say you see your thoughts, but not with your eyes, consciousness, or you know your thoughts. You know your mind. You know your emotions. You call it see. That is seeing and knowing, being. That is why this tradition, what can you do? Finished. The words fail. And it's so simple, isn't it? Seeing is a complication affair, complicated affair. My God, if they ask one eye doctor, he shall tell you how complicated it is. Because it is all there, he is looking at it. But suppose your cornea is out, you have got some glaucoma, you have got some, what is that, cataract, then you know, oh, I cannot see. Now for us, God's grace, we are lucky. That is, you understand, lucky. As to why I should have all my limbs intact and why other fellow doesn't have any certain limbs, my God. And one child is born doubly connected. How you? How do you like? Manda. So doubly connected child, suppose a child born like these two things together, how will you like? Until they are separated, safely separated, you terrible, no? Then how come in life you are conjoining with his thought, my thought, her thought, this thought, then inside what are you doing? You are creating the differently challenged thoughts. Connecting together, no. He said, she said, he did, they did. Now who is dragging? Then Vedanta, separation. Efficient surgery. Efficient surgery. Why? No knife is used, no bloodshed, you are free. Oh, you are so sweet, isn't it? No knife is used, operation over. No bloodshed, operation is over. No healing time, instant cure. Where? Anywhere. The whole world is a sanatorium. You can be healed anywhere, anytime, any place. Standing position, yes. Sitting position, yes. Lying position also, you can be wise. There is no question. Only spinal column erect. Shoulders blood, who? What is that? Tiger skin, designer dress. Nowadays people come with the designer clothes also for meditations and all. Meditation mat. Meditation mat, who does it? Meditation commercial. And commercially meditating people. Meditation mat, meditation chamber, meditation this. There are also people who take it. That somebody creates that thing is not a problem, but somebody to pick it up. I said, if that person picks up, what is our problem? Let him pick. Why? The world will be the world. Some are already PhD, some are starting with ABCD. So just because you pass PhD, all schools should close down. What is this fellows are studying ABCD? That is why you are not intolerant. You understand the beauty. As much you should, when you are ignorant also you should accept, because you are ignorant, so other ignorance also you accept. But you cannot accept is a different thing, because accepted, okay. But when you are supposed to be a wise person, you can never ever be intolerant. If you are, you are expressing your ignorance, not your wisdom. Simple things. Asocyan annasocastvam. What Bhagavan says? Asocyan annasocastvam. Hey Arjuna, asocyan annasocha. Sochitum anharan. Sochitum ayogyan. That which is not fit for grieving. Hey Arjuna, annasocha. Do not grieve. Never grieve. Why? That is how they pass. If you grieve, your grieving continues, incidents go away. Are you getting that point, please? What continues, friends? Incidents continue or grieving continues? Incidents continue or repenting continues? Incidents disappear or your guilt continues? Everything disappears. Your grieving, your misery, your guilt, your pride, your arrogance, that seems to continue. Has got a strong hold on you. Right. You have to be old, dilapidated and destroyed to get rid of arrogance. You are very arrogant because you think you can handle. A time comes when you cannot handle. I have seen in my village, the caste system was horrible. Caste system, there is not such a big thing as touchable. It's like poor, rich, is not the caste system everywhere. Everywhere caste system, man, woman is a caste system. Man is high caste, woman is low caste. Why? Girls are not wanted in the family, family. They will not educate them. Horrible. It's a caste. Rich, poor caste. Educated, uneducated caste. Touchable, untouchable, horrible thing. Vedanta, the Upanishad, is the one beautiful thing which is absolute universal socialism, where who you are is as wonderful as what you have. So there is nothing called a caste system of any kind. This tradition doesn't allow it. Somebody follows it, that is his game. But that has no sanction in the Upanishadic Vedic tradition. Sarvam khalu idam brahma, ishavasya idam sarvam. After that what? Anyway, so in that village, when we are living together, living in our village, we'll have a well. The people, certain people are not supposed to touch that well. If they touch that well, I'm drawing water, I'm talking of child 40, 50 years back. They are not supposed to touch that well. Water taking out far away. I mean, each one has their own well. There is no problem. You can go and touch their well and drink, but they cannot come and touch your well, right? How long? Yes. When our childhood, I knew we were so many children playing around. As time passed, our generations, they all became going to the cities and towns and everything. In our childhood, there are so many old people in the village. So many people are there. By the time we are 18, 20, I left my village, I was 20, 21 year old. Thereafter changes taken place, I didn't see that. But after I returned, I saw that. But when I was there, by the time 20, many things had happened. Why? Brothers have gone, people have gone, only mommy is around. Now who shall give her the water? Caste system drops. Somebody has to come and take the water. And yes, bring what is there. Why? If you don't bring water, you cannot draw it. Your arrogance of superiority is gone. But there are some people who can be extremes. They will die of thirst, but they will not touch the water. There are also. Good or bad, who are we to say? If he is happy to die, why should we be grieved? But this is, understand friends, is so beautiful. Chetana, consciousness, doesn't see, hear, taste, touch, smell. No. Who you are is everywhere. Tvameva prativasase. Whatever you see, there is nothing but consciousness. Because once you see who you are is consciousness, a thought is in consciousness. Your senses, sensations, perceptions, everything in and through consciousness. Your body moves in consciousness. Are you getting that point, please? Wherever you go, consciousness is there, or other way, can you escape consciousness? Try to escape the space. Don't say, wherever I go, space goes. Space doesn't go. You go in space. Wherever I go, consciousness is there. Start up. Even they also try to somehow survive when I am going there. You must see that so beautifully. That is why you shall be unaffected in life. Or else I have to listen to what I do. I have been listening to Vedanta for 30 years, nothing has happened. Nothing will happen. Don't worry. Nothing will happen. In your skull, nothing will happen. Because you have got that steady, stupid, stone, inscribed in stone, that I am superior. I am holy. Or I am so stupid. I am so poor. I am so stupid. How can I understand that? Nothing doing. Your ignorance, but arrogance is as stupid as in humility born of ignorance. Which one is better? Alternatively, sometimes something is better or not. Don't say arrogance is bad. Sometimes arrogance is very good. Don't say humility is bad. Sometimes humility is very good. And sometimes arrogance destroys you. Sometimes humility also destroys you. Living 10 years is good or 10,000 years? Depends. 10 years, happily gone. 10,000 years, suffering. Good or bad? Immortality? Neither good nor bad. Shreyascha preyascha manusyameda tausam paritya vivinakdhiraha. Shreyascha preyascha, that remember that which is absolute and relative. The one who chooses the Shreyas, the absolute, beyond the considerations of relatives. And then be that and live with the changes. Be the changeless, live with changes. Be the meditation, live with every type of projections and changes. Absolutely no problem. So whatever you see, consciousness alone. Kim prithak bhasase swarnat katagangada nupuram. Just like bhasate prithak kim, these ornaments, the kataka, kundala, nupura, your nose ring, bangles, chain, necklace, are they different from snow? What is that? Gold? No, the same gold in every ornament, same consciousness in every perception. I have done it in the board, okay? I don't want to get up again and do that. You can see very beautifully. Remember that, very nice, okay? Ayam soham, ayam naham vibhagam iti santyajya. See that? Don't say soham, soham, ahamsa, oham. People meditations. Soham meditation. What is it? Ayam soha, ayam naham, or aham na, I am not that, I am not that, I am not that. Iti vibhagam santyaja, samyak teja, tyaja, give up, completely give up. What is that? Soham naham. I am that, or I am not this, I am not this. Why are you shouting? If you are not this, why are you shouting? Is there anybody in this house? Nobody. Huh? How do you like it? Is there anybody in this house now? Somebody? Nobody? If there is nobody in the house, who is talking? Now, who is the one who cannot keep quiet? That is the beauty. This is the house. Are you there? Who is feeling restless to answer? Who is feeling restless to reply? Or who is sitting down arrogantly? I know the answer, I don't know. Both are mental activities, stupid. You cannot escape. You have to catch your own limitation. How much other person can point out a limitation? If somebody goes on pointing out a limitation, you shall be angry, affected. And how do you know it is your limitation? Because if you know who you are and you are talking a language, for other person it may look like you are talking something, but you are never talking anything. Pashyannapi na pashyati, vadannapi na vadati, shrunannapi na shrunati. Seeing doesn't see, speaking doesn't speak, living doesn't live, doing doesn't do. How many people will understand that? Antah vikalpa shunyasya, bahi swachhanda charina. Antah vikalpa shunya. Inside there is no modifications. Bahi swachhanda charina. Outside living as he writes. Meaning, like breeze he blows naturally. Unnattasya tadasata tadrusha eva janam. It's like a Vatula, like Unmata, like a madman moving around. Who will understand? There is nothing inside. Therefore, who shall say anything? You only seek and see for yourself. Therefore, don't wait for somebody's sanction. Do you need somebody's sanction to be told you are a wise man? Nor you need somebody's certification that you are an ignorant person. If you feel flattered when somebody says you are a wise one, you are otherwise. Because you shall be destroyed when they say this fool doesn't know anything. Think, friends. I am soham, I am naham, vibhagamiti samtyajya. Completely. There is no question of telling I am that or I am not that. I am. Even that also is not needed. Sarvam atmeti nischitya, atmaiva sarvam. Who I am, everybody is. I am no way special. No superior to anybody, not inferior to anybody. There is nothing other than one thing. Sadame samatvam mukti navanda. Always I am the same. There is no sense of bondage, no sense of freedom. I was never bound to be freed. And everybody is like that. Iti nishankalpa. Teja, nischitya, nishankalpa. Naturally, sankalpa goes away. Sankalpa means what? This thought, that thought, I am this, I am not this. Think. Instead of being silent, listen carefully. I am being silent, suppose you are watching. This sound is not silence. That sound is not silence. That sound is not silence. Stop talking. Or this is silence. One fellow is busy doing that. Sitting now. Hey, let's all keep quiet. No, meditation. Let's all keep quiet. Guided meditation. No. What is guided meditation? Keep quiet. Yes. Suppose there is a horn. That is not the silence. Some music. That is not the silence. When everything stops, this is silence. Guided meditation. So, when you breathe in, so, hum, you understand? Nothing wrong, let people do. But do not get stuck on that with an idea that ultimately don't end up as a meditator instead of being the meditation. Don't end up with a superior identity. I am a person with this practice, that practice. You shall feel literally devastated by the challenge if somebody challenges you. Until you are tired of your own little identity, you will feel affected. And also, since you are holding on to that wrong identity for a long time, it will be very difficult to accept that one time you had a wrong idea. That is your arrogance. Even you knowing that I made a mistake, you cannot say that because you have been telling, oh, I have been not eating early, therefore I am so healthy. You say, youth, you are healthy. After old age, when you say that, when people are 30, 40, 50, what do they say? I am doing everyday exercise, I am doing everyday asanas. False. The body is like that. 30-year-old don't, unless you are terribly, horribly misled or living a stupid life. When you are 20, 30, 40, everybody is normally, naturally healthy. And what else they say? I am doing everyday asanas. I am walking down every day. When you are 50, the stomach becomes like this, back is like that, and like that. What happens? And nowadays, it's all right. Oh, I see. What happened? You are praising that yoga so much. How come that you are now having all these things? Think, friends. That time, you cannot say that I was not doing anything because you have been lying. Are you getting that point, please? That is why this knowledge, it takes into account so many different, you look at yourself so clearly and completely. Before anybody points out a mistake or limitation, you know it. Are you getting that point, please? You get out of your house Listen, you dress up yourself, go out of your house. After going there, you discover your second button in your shirt is missing. Okay, second button is missing. Anyway, I have already left home, what can I do? I can't button, nothing will happen. So second button is missing. I know it. Or then you discover there is a black patch because you are coming out of your car or auto or something. There is a, some black paint or some grease on your dress. You can't come back 10 kilometers to change your clothes. But you know it. Then somebody says, hey, what is that? What do you say? I know it. Because for you, you know it. Therefore you are not surprised. But when you say, hey, what is that? What is that? Oh, what happened? Oh, button is missing. Oh, I should have seen it. I should have seen it. I should have seen it. You go on doing like this. But if you have seen it, before when you got out of your house, if you know it, what happened to you? Somebody said your button is missing. I know. Somewhere it is gone. When you know your limitation, are you getting that point? You know your limitations. You don't feel devastated or destroyed by somebody. Nor you feel flattered by somebody because you know what the flatter is. Because suppose you know your limitation and somebody is flattering you, talking you something like that, what do you know? Anyway, don't flatten him by not accepting his flattery. Accept his flattery. Why? Poor thing, trying to do something. But he just how beautiful. Sarvam atmeti nischitya nishankalpa. There is no more any sankalpa. Sankalpa means this should be done, that should be done, this should not be done, that should not be done. Nothing. Sukhi bhava. You are the happiness, you are the absolute itself. No more you are waiting for a sankalpa to come for happiness, nor are you waiting for a sankalpa, a projection to go for happiness. Who you are is independent of every thought, every perception, every sensation, every object. Is it difficult or easy, friends? Huh? You understand how nice it is to be happy. I don't need anything. Whoa! Because if you need something, sometimes I don't need anything, but my son should say I am nice. I don't need anything, but my left eye should be alright. Hey. No conditions. Makes it so beautiful. You don't wait for somebody's confirmation, nor you consider something as a confrontation. Somebody comes and challenges. I don't think you have understood. That's nice. Thank you. Yes, I am stupid. What is there to say? What is there to say? He says you are stupid, and you say yes, I am stupid. Then what? Think about it. Dharmamatme nischitya nishankalpa sukhi bhava. Oh. One more verse we shall see. Tabaiva jnanato vishvam tvameka paramarthatah tvattonya nasti samsari na sansari cha kanchana bhranti matramidam vishvam na kinchidyati nischayi nirvasana smurti matrah na kinchidiva shamyati tattavaiva ajnanatah vishvam paramarthata tvam ekah tava ajnanatah vishvam. Vishwam sarvam. Vishwam means very nice word. Vishwam. Vividha pratyagamyam vishwam. Vishwam means vividha pratyagamyam. Vividha pratyaya means where there is sound, touch, taste, smell, sight, sensation, sensation, perception. All these things are there. That is Vishwa. And these sarvam tava ajnanatah. Because of your ignorance, you take this Vishwa to be yourself. That the creation is not, listen carefully, that the creation is there is not because of your ignorance. That is where comes totality, samashti, Ishvara. Creation is there. That to take that creation to be yourself is because of ignorance. Are you getting that? That there is riches is not a problem. I am rich is the problem, right or wrong? That there is old age is a problem, or I am old is the problem. That there is death is a problem, or I am dying is the problem. So, ajnanataha, because of your ignorance, you drag everything to yourself. This table, heavy or light? This one? Is it giving you pain? I am sitting on this big, this one. Anybody feeling loaded? Oh, Swamiji, 1-2 hours to sit down there, the table here, I am there. Do you feel loaded? No. Try to lift it on your head. The moment you try to lift it on your head, then only it becomes a heavy. Until you carry it on your head, it is not heavy. Until you drag anything to yourself, nothing will appear heavy. Understand? You must see it very clearly. Why is it when a person dies on the road, nothing happens to you? Who is he? Somebody. Who is he? Uncle. Now suddenly lightning strikes. Why? My uncle, my son, my wife. Right. So you got the hit. Somebody says, your uncle. Right. Then you go there, you discover somebody else. How do you feel? How do you feel? How can you come and say that? No, look at that. If the incident has to affect you, the moment that uncle died, you should have been affected. No, it must be told to you. Achha, when it is told to you, you should be affected. And you get affected, even though your uncle is not dead. But the moment you see that thing, the thought changes. So what is affecting you? Incident? A thought? Or you are dragging it onto yourself? Are you getting that point? My wife is dead, how can I not keep quiet? How can I not cry? Hey, who tells you not to cry? Who tells you not to cry? Cry. Nothing wrong. Because after your wife, if you don't cry, your husband, if you don't cry, who else will cry in this world? You lived with them, so naturally you miss them. That is right. But it is a pain, because then I shall kill myself, that is another thing. Because if you kill yourself, because your husband dies, your wife dies, or somebody dies, if you kill yourself as a grieving father, grieving husband, grieving wife, you shall make your children to lose a father, your friend to lose a friend, your mother to lose a child, your colleagues to lose a colleague, just because the father is grieving, or the mother is grieving, the husband is grieving, or the wife is grieving. Are you getting that point? That is why you have no business. When one role is gone, a role is gone. You are there to play other roles. You have no business to work out. Understand? Yes, you should definitely choose to work out. If suppose it doesn't happen naturally, just leave now. You will die. Don't worry. Why in a hurry to die and overpopulate the world of the dead if there is world? Let them. Let them. You be here. See the beauty. Ajnanataha Vishwa. Because of your ignorance, you drag everything onto yourself. Tvam ekaha paramarthata. From paramartha, absolute standpoint, there is only one absolute, nothing other than that. There are three satta, they call it. Vyavaharika satta, pratibhashika satta, paramarthika satta. Beautiful in our tradition. Vyavaharika satta, empirical reality. It's all same for all of us. Rainy season, cloudy, green trees, little garam, little hot, humid. It's all vyavahara. It's all true for all of us. In a simpler explanation I am giving. It's true for all of us. I don't like this humidity. Another person says, this mild humidity is really nice. There's greenery everywhere. Mosquito, I don't like this. Other fellow says, doesn't matter mosquitoes, but the greenery is there. These are like pratibhasi, subject, in a very simpler way I am telling you. And that's what is simpler, that is also most complicated way. Don't worry about it. It's not a simpler way, means as though I am hiding something else. No, principle is said. Like your dream. Dream they call it, waking they call it as vyavaharika. Dream as pratibhasi, subjective thing. But what is dream? Which you see, nobody else sees. I may be in your dream, but I don't know you are dreaming. My body may be in your dream. My body means what? My picture is in your dream. But that boy, the object of your picture, doesn't know that his photograph is there. Very much pratibhasi. That is why your suffering is completely your suffering. And who causes it? God. Pratibhasi. The individuality interprets. Paramarthika satta is consciousness as it is. All these sattas are beautiful. All the three levels of existence is beautiful. There is only one level. Once is a one level. English language is very difficult. If there is a one, in one there are three levels. In one there are three levels. In one building, three levels you can say. One all pervasive consciousness, space where is up and down. In the space where is up and down. You must have a boundary for divisions. If you don't have a boundary, you cannot have a division. Bounded individuality creates every type of division. You are bounded by your role, you create every type of division. Unbounded, all pervasive. Paramarthata tvam ekaha. You are one without a second. Everybody is in. Everybody is included. Welcome to the party. A huge infinite existence. Nobody is bigger, nobody is smaller, nobody is inferior, nobody is superior. Everything is fantastic. Yet we find ourselves in different roles in life. And for God's sake, don't assume that role to be yourself and feel very proud. What do you say? When you say, suppose a managing director, what do you say? The fellow is thinking as though he is born managing director. The king is so stupid. As though he is a born king. What is born king? You are born an idiot. No, he is born as a prince, not as a king. Is there a born king? Born prince, if at all. Later on, because Prince Charles never became King Charles. So when he was born, people must have thought he is a born king, right? But he is still a prince. Just an example. Roles are taken. But when you are in a role, you think more of yourself. That is what the trouble. Anger, hatred, jealousy, everything comes out of it. Superiority, inferiority. Yes, it will come. It will come. Why? Because chances are there, possibilities are there. A leg has its own role to play, head has its own role to play. But the leg can be tired. When the leg is tired, what will you do? You are one organism in which there is a leg, there is a head. So can the head push the leg, do? Then when the leg cannot go, what will happen? The pushing head has to lie down where the leg is. The head was thinking itself smart, no. The head was thinking itself smart. Oh, I am the thinking headquarter. These are all manual hand legs. So you force yourself. How do people do that? Watch something up to night, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Eat as much as you like. Your brain is doing, no? The body is used as a slave. Eat. Who is forcing you to? Who is forcing you to eat? Food is not forcing you to eat. Your own thought is forcing you to eat. Your brain is finished. Your thought is driving you crazy. Eat. Now the subordinate, suppose the brain, the stomach sends the message, enough, eat it. All right. 2 more badai, 2 more. 2 more helping of kesari, 2 more. 2 rasgulla, 2 rasgulla. Body flight. Now the body cannot take. It collapses, heart attack. That is the time the headquarters will be shouting, I should not have eaten. What can the poor leg say, hand say, anything? Why? Sir, managing director, isn't it? The governor, BD. The mindset. Therefore, just like your thinking must be so beautiful, all the limbs are taken care of in your physical body. Wherever you are, see that everything is taken care of. Everybody is same. Roles are different. And some roles somebody can play which you cannot play. You know what the finger can do, knee cannot do, ear cannot do, tongue cannot do. And each one has its place. So let them be all there. Nice fun. Tato anya nasti samsari. Na sansari jagaja. Tato anya hey o tata, o son, o child, o baby. Twataha anya, other than you. There is no sansari or asansari. You make yourselves bound, you make yourself free. Other than you, nobody binds you, nobody can free you. Make you free. Nobody, understand, nobody can bind you. Ignorance is there, sense of bondage is already there. Nobody can free you, nobody can make you free. Listen carefully. Nobody can make you free because you are already free. They can only point it out. Satyajai, understand. Nobody can bind you because ignorance is already there. Even if nobody tells you you are the body, you shall take I am the body. Even if nobody says you are rich, you shall feel I am rich. Even if nobody tells you you are old, you shall feel I am old. But only for wisdom, Bina Guru Gyan kahan se paun, as they say, Kabir Das. Without the teacher, where to get somebody points it out. Wisdom, somebody to point. That is why only thing a teacher can do is listen carefully. That is why only teacher, only thing that you can call it as the Brahma Vidya Guru is the one which is real Guru, because who points out who you are. Finished, that much. Rest of it, advisors, shikshakas, whatever you call it. Because when you go to school, college, they don't make you free. They don't help you discover freedom. They add to your identities. Necessary, yeah? Necessary. That is why going to get teaching, a tradition, a philosophy, a religion, if there also you get more number of roles to identify with, more numbers of practices to protect, more number of things to be taken care of, instead of helping you to be yourself, you are finished. So the teacher is one who helps you to be free of the teaching and the teacher itself. The real tradition, the scripture is one which frees you from even the hold of the tradition and the scripture itself. How beautiful. See, how do you like it? A person helps you and disappears, not even to be thanked. How do you like it? You remember for life, no? The person came, showed the way. When you are looking back to thank him, he is not there. Really, it happened to us in Jabalpur. When we were driving around India, Jabalpur, from Jabalpur city to Amarkantak road to catch it, in Golakdanda. You know the road, God knows where. In Indian cities, you know how it is. There is no road mark anywhere. And if you look for it, it just doesn't exist. And okay, one point it shows, thereafter 3-4 kilometers, nothing. And but the roads are taking 20 turns here and there. You don't know how to go. You know what happened? We stopped at a petrol pump, and there was one. We took that man also gave us some direction, but we cannot follow. Then we stopped at one point, one motorcycle, 2 youngsters were there. He said, how is the road? You know what he said? Follow us. Then he took, and follow. He came 7 kilometers and showed us this. By the time literally we are turning to tell them thanks, they have disappeared. How nice. You need some help. Somebody gave you the money, never revealed who has given it to you. How do you feel? No. There are other people, they gave you one bread, they gave you one laddu. Their name must be written, not eater's name, giver's name in every dane. Dane mein likha hua hai, dene wale ka naam, not khane wale ka naam. Dane mein likha hua hai, dene wale ka naam. What a headache. So teacher, if teacher teaches, and then he controls your life, helps you to discover. That is a tradition, scripture, teacher, so beautiful they are. So beautiful. Okay, iti nasa tatahanya, so not sansari, not sansari. So know yourself. And then be the asamsari, meaning totally free. Play the samsari. Play the limitations. Be the limitless. Okay? We shall see more of in next class, and that will be sometimes. I don't know when you will be receiving the letter. Already, close your eyes, please. Just see this clearly. Thank you.